Future news, brothers and sisters. Future news. Suleiman Rahim. Covenant. Break us 7 seals. Breaking 7 seals, that's a big thing, brothers and sisters. Read the scriptures. It's a big thing. There's only one that identifies who the Lamb is. Like we know it, mistake. Only one that could break those seals. No one else could do it. Not the God, not the angels, anyone. No one's in the heavens or the earth or on the earth. That would include God too. See, one of those 3 places, right? He's either in the earth, there's no one on the earth, like what man said. No one in the heavens or the earth or on the earth. So he got me in one of those 3 places, right? That's credentials. That's solid. Credentials. Can't go wrong. You guys say, well, Jesus 2,000 years ago broke the seals. No. If it is, how come you still trying to figure it out? He broke the seals. All these great adventures see happening right now wouldn't avail, and those things didn't happen until recently. There's no exceptions. Every element, there's no exceptions. Every element, every component in the pressure field has equal force or equal energy. No exceptions. So every one of us has equal same amount of energy, and we get the same amount of energy every day because our body is on a 24-hour cycle. We absorb energy, say for every morning, so to speak, and if it's enough to last us 24 hours, then we keep active 24 hours, then get another burst. If it's enough only to keep us active 16 hours, then we're going to recharge for the next 8 hours. And that's the situation we're in right now. That's why we sleep. We're going to recharge. Don't have enough energy to go 24 hours. That's going to change. Because actually, when we was in the Holocaust, we have enough energy to even go 16 hours. Maybe enough to go maybe 12 hours, but they forced us to go there. So can you imagine how terrible it was? When you were so tired, you have no energy, but they whoop your ass and make you continue. And then you have maybe 4 or 5 hours to recharge. Not enough. That was the average slave's lifespan was, what? I think it was 30 years. Let me check that real quick. That's a good question. I thought I knew the answer, but let me make sure. Yep, that's right. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Let me read this to you. The average lifespan, think about this now, of American black slave was around 36 years. I mean, that was average. That means most of them died around 36 years old. Can you imagine that? They worked you so hard that 36 years you was gone. Based on available historical data. Significantly lower than the lifespan of white person in the same time period due to harsh working conditions, malnutrition, and limited access to health care. Read that again. The average lifespan of an American black slave was around 36 years based on available historical data, significantly lower than the lifespan of a white person in the same time period due to harsh working conditions, malnutrition, limited access to health care. And you want to call it, bro? You know, I'm not down on brothers and sisters, but I'm telling you, some things just get you. I be at the gym. Hey, bro. I mean, do you understand? Anything would happen? See, and the bottom line is, like these doing that, they was back there, don't even realize it. And if they could look ahead and see themselves right now, they would kill themselves. Hey, bro. The Bible answer says, can a tiger change the stripes? They ain't no different. They're hungry right now. 36 years. You was gone. Because you only have an energy maybe to make 8 hours. Perhaps the opposite, because we're energy deprivation. See? So you would need 16 hours of sleep, really. During that time, you probably would need it. Especially, plus, hard as it was working, you probably need more than that. But they didn't give you that. You was lucky if you got 3 or 4 hours sleep. And then when they work you twice hard or 3 times hard as somebody. So you was totally, I mean, damn got a hard cost. You never had any rest. You was tired all the time. You was tired all the time. I mean, immensely tired, excruciatingly tired, all the time. You sit back in the rocking chairs and listen to the fireplace like they show in these stupid ass movies. You was totally tired all the time working. No breaks. No Sunday breaks, nothing. 36 years. You was gone. That's how hard they work you. Let me say this. I'm going to divert a little bit here, bro. It's just, I'm sorry I can explain this. But you might not understand. Every part of the message is given people to make an example of, so other people understand what's about to happen. Because you tell somebody, like I give you the graphics, tell somebody like a picture's worth 1,000 words. So if you give some people that's example, that's their purpose in life, to be an example. Unfortunately, well, let me go on. No words. They're going to do all the thing. They're going to receive what other. In other words, like they call it a deterrence. They call executing people a deterrence. Because the only way they do it because other people say, "Hey, he got executed." So I don't want that to happen to me. As they say, it was a little more to it than that, but that's what they say, is deterrence. So the thing is you see this person, and hey man, this person, man, look what happened to them. See, so there's an example. See? And unfortunately for me, right, if you read the book of Job and Job is correct, his children would be an example. And it's also a trial or a test for Job. Because if he's going to judge other children for being disrespectful to their parents, because the penalty in the Bible for that is death. You better recheck it. It's the penalty that if you dishonor and you rebel your mother and father, the penalty in the Bible for that is death. And there's a lot of reasons for that, because if you can't give respect and honor to the person, you might say you have to agree with them, but you can't respect and honor the person that gave you life, how are you going to respect and honor authority? How are you going to respect and honor God? You're not. You ain't going to be able to do it. You say it, but you won't. So they were examples because they were all those things that he's going to be judging on people for. And see if he's going to be a hypocrite and say, oh, well, they might show them let them pass. No. They got their example. And a test. That's the way things work, bro. It's just, like I said, we can't change the nature of the universe. We can only affect the quality of it. And so you see those people that Farrakhan, they were made an example of. Some people say, if you ever do anything like that again, see what happened to them? That's what happened to you. I'll leave best on that one. But see, like I was saying, we get the pressure field, everybody gets the same amount of energy. See, it's how your energy is used, how you take and manage the energy, or how you allow somebody to manage it for you. That's the nature of your reality. Your reality is based on the management of that energy that you have. Either you're managing it or someone's managing it for you. And while we're here in this environment, the devils, they're managing our energy for us. And so they manage it to their benefit. See? And that's happened during Holocaust. Because they managed the little bit of energy that we do have. Because see, you was using more energy than you had. So he said it was destroying your body. If you got, it's like you got to make $1,000 baby, you spend $2,000, you can start getting into debt. So if you got enough energy, right, for 8 hours, but you putting 12, 16 hours worth of work in, then right, you're destroying your body. Because the body, it can't get, you're not giving energy, so it starts cannibalizing itself. It starts drawing energy from itself. Like I tell you, when you're fasting, if you're eating food, you still need energy, right? So what happens is your body starts taking and converting that fat to energy. Because fat is just pretty much just stored energy. You got energy from somewhere. You need energy to everything. So if you go out and do more work, then you burn more calories than you take in, then your body's going to convert that fat and use that to supply your energy needs. And if you get to the point where you spend more energy, then you don't have any fat and everything else gone, then it starts, right? You start losing weight. You start eating on your muscles. You start losing muscle tone, that kind of stuff. You understand, brothers and sisters? That's what happened to us. Because they were making us forcing us to spend more energy than we had. So by the time we got 36, man, our bodies was totally destroyed. I was all wrinkled up and everything else. When you're 36, if you look at a slave back there, if you actually look at it, some of them, and you look at it, you think they're 80 years old, that guy probably maybe 36 years old. Remember, most of the ones you see was really old looking, and at 9 years old, he probably maybe 30 years old. That's what they did to us, brothers and sisters, and to our women too. On top of that, even when the women, but they do to the men too, to some degree. When she did have a 3 or 4 hours sleep, they jump on her and doing her thing. So and then she still get up in the morning, and then she's pregnant, and then she still, you have no idea what that's like, but that's why it's a hard cost. And now we're going to be, hey, bro, oh, man. I'm telling you, I'd be hard restraining myself, brother, because I be wanting to go into the woods. Are you out of your goddamn mind? I mean, you're just damn ignorant. I know they told ignorant, but you that damn ignorant? You don't know anything? And what they did? And if our ancestors come back and see us now, boy, oof. That's why you need Suleiman to come in and say, okay, I'll explain this. Because if there's no explanation, man, you say, what? Explain what's going on. No, it's not their fault. See? Because when Farrakhan, he removes the cause away. And so you look like, he make the world make you look like you're the worst thing ever. Because, see, he's saying, hey, that's you doing that. You're just wicked and evil. See? It's like you say a woman, right? She'd been abandoned. She got 3 kids. She's abandoned. A man walked down on her. And she had no skills. And she got to feed those kids. And she don't know what to do. So she runs out and she's selling her body. She's not a hoe. She's trying to take care of her kids, trying to feed her kids. See? But everybody, he's from, see, like, oh, that bitch. See? He ain't telling the background was causing that situation. Because when you understand that background, then she's a saint. Because she's giving her body away. She's giving her life away, her honor away to save her kids. That's a saint. But from God's point of view, she a hoe. You see, that's a different process. That's what they're doing to our people. Now, yeah, you don't like the fact she's out doing that. That's bad. But once you understand it, you still don't like her doing it. But the point is, you understand it, and you feel, and you want to help the sister. It's just gonna help you get a job, get some training. Oh, can I do something? But if she's told her you're wrong, you don't be bothered with her. Unless you got some money, you might want to join in. You understand what I'm saying, bro? It's a big difference. See? And I'm justifying my people saying, oh, yeah, I get upset. I don't like seeing that. But I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming the people that's making them do that. That's what we're going after. You're doing that. And those infiltrators, what do you call them? Not infiltrators and what's the other word they use? I forget the word they use, right? That's helping them. They won't get them too. So they're going to be an example of. Because that's why there are people like that. Okay. Well, this is a rich girl that got kidnapped by the Symbionese army or something, black militant group, right? And they was robbing banks stuff, and she been to rob banks with them. And she got a gun, but she's supposed to be kidnapped. So why is she helping them rob banks? I mean, she got a gun and everything. Why could she escape? So he had to come with a name that just for that. Well, she had a Stockholm syndrome. I mean, she fell in love with her captors. So they call it the Stockholm syndrome. Check it out. That's what happened to people. They then fell in love with people that abuse them, like you find stories every now and then where this man raped this woman, and then the woman falls in love with him. I mean, that's unusual, but it does happen. He said, well, how did that happen? Because stalkers, because you identify with the people that's tormenting you. So you fall in love with them. And that's our people. A lot of our people in that situation, they love with their captors, love their tormentors, their rapists, murderers. Honoring these people. You see how they act when they say Star Spangled Banner? I mean, it's like they have an orgasm or something. Hey, man, what's wrong with these folks? You see? But then some are demons. So the thing is energy management. Now, energy management, right? See, that's the wisdom. Because once you understand how energy works, it works relative to us. That's the wisdom. Because everything is energy, right? Energy responds to energy, right? So you control energy around you, right? That only when somebody after you, they have to be able to interfere with the energy that you control around you. And if you got total control, there's nothing they can do to you. It's like a shield. I hope you understand it, brother and sister. So that's the wisdom. The life, they said, we're talking about the wisdom and life. The life is that, I said we get scriptures every time for each event, each season, put it like that. Each season that comes is more complicated than that. But every season, when summer comes, right, you get a scripture to be successful in the summer. Because spring, whatever. So the life is that when you get that, then you upload it and you apply it, and so now you're successful in the spring, you're successful in the summer. When the summer comes, when you get the scripture that, so forth, you keep on going. But if you say, okay, when the fall comes, you say, well, I'm not going to sit there, I'm just going to hang on to summer, and you're not going to be around. Because that knowledge, summer knowledge, right, is a whole different mindset than fall, especially depending on what part of earth you are. That's the life. And so I'm trying to explain so you understand it, because this is where you become the gods and control things around you. Now, the angels wasn't so familiar with that. Like I said, they told God, I only know what you taught us. We know more than you told us. But the gods held this knowledge, this wisdom. And the the angels, right, didn't have to have the knowledge. What they do is submit. They said, eat 1 meal a day. They don't know why. Right? Take an engine and don't do this, don't do that. Have laws, don't do this. They don't know why. They submit. God told them to do it, so they just doing it. Things they submit that, okay, we don't know why. We don't know why. We just do it. We just submit and do it. See, once you're raised to a God, then you know why. Then you know why. That's what we're trying to get you right now, to get you to understand why. Because before that, you didn't know why. You just knew to do. God said, do it, I do it. Submission. But that makes you an angel. Angels are submission. Gods are control. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Let's talk about that a little more. Let's do it this point. I'm not meandering. I'm just trying to figure out how the best way to address the situation, right? Okay, say, I keep telling you we're a body. Now, let me give you an example here. Now, if you go back and check, you had this show on TV. I can't think of the name of it. Well, it was one. I think it's still out there. But the bottom line is, you know the car is, right? Now, a car consists of many components, right? Wheel, steering wheel, brakes, wheels, windshield, so forth, so engine, right? Transmission. But no one person invented that. Ford didn't invent all that. Ford, the person that Ford, he was the one that started this, right? His genius wasn't in inventing any of that stuff. He didn't invent any of it. All this, his genius is it pulls things together into a form of a car. But somebody came up with making glass. That was somebody's idea. Oh, wow. Somebody came with the idea of brakes, right? For some other situation. Maybe for a bicycle or something, I don't know, right? Somebody came with the idea of transmission. And I think they may have need transmission when they made boats or whatever, because they had steamboats. I don't know. So anyway, somebody made these ideas. And he looked and said, oh, the same thing with Steve Jobs. When he came with the phone, most of those phones were out there, but they was just, he said, hey, if we put this together, put that together, and we put it together, we have a phone. Basically, same thing with Henry Ford. Because these people had different ideas. And they would say, and they all about the same time. And same thing like the iPhone. See? And so what happens is that say you, I said we got brain cells for our body, we got eye cells, we got heart cells. No, I mean literally. And you're gonna see with the world from that perspective. So if you're a brain cell, then you probably just want to read and think and study a lot, right? And if you're a muscle cell, you probably be an athlete. That's why you can look at the world from that point of view. If you're a heart cell, you might want to be a musician or artist, something that influence, emotional impact on people, right? If you're a blood cell, then a situation come up, you won't have set-ins. I talked about that before. Because a lot of people right now are ruled by blood cells and foot cells. If you're a foot cell, you probably might, let's have a march, a man march, let's march. Because that's where you see things from that perspective. Now, when you know those things, I ain't putting any of it down, I'm saying that's probably perspective. So that's how you can identify who's who, probably from the interests. I mean, the unimpeded interests, intimate interests, like they would have you, like me, my interest was one thing, but I said, I can't go what I want. I wanted to grab a need. And the point is, I got into computers. My interest was science and history, but I got an experience. I know that will provide me my family. I mean, it's a side interest, but it was my main interest. So I put my main interest aside, right? Because we in an energy deprivation state, so you have to go by what you need as opposed to what you want. But you understand what I'm saying? So, but when you're interested, but we out of that condition of energy deprivation, and you're unimpeded, we are away from the forces that have been applied to us from being here. Then your interest unimpeded. Then the thing is, you're gonna be encouraged to be who you really are, wherever you like. You see somebody, because I may have some artists. I can't draw a straight line. But when I was a child, 4 or 5 years, I used to draw all the time. I said, man, I could be an artist. I can't draw anything. I don't know what that was all about. I know I was able to do it. I can't do it now, so whatever. But I was 4 or 5. I remember doing that. They said, man, you always drawing stuff. And I used to draw but anyway. But the point is that you now is unimpeded. So now but see, now I said everybody had to make their own paradise. You do. So what do you need a body for? Okay, well, see, that's my quality. So when you work the body works together, that increases the quality of your paradise. Because what happens is you take and you share some of your energy with them. So it's like you trade your energy. So okay, look, I'll take. I'm a engineer. So I engineer this for you, right? And what you do is you produce this food you farm for me. I'll go in and provide your engineering needs, and you provide my nutritional needs. Because I have to do it all myself. And now I got a farm, I got an engineer, I got a carpentry, you make it do it, but you see how limited it's going to be. It's not. You understand what I'm saying? Because now you got to be all the cells. You got to be a brain cell to study this stuff. You got to be a muscle cell to lift all this stuff. See, you can't be all those different things. Because none of us are like that. Like me, I love to study and everything else, but you put a screwdriver and a hammer in my hand. I said, what the hell is that? What is that? Right? I mean, I'm not totally illiterate when it comes to that, but I am illiterate. Right? I mean, I figured out eventually. Right? But I'm not a tool and die guy. I'm not a guy to get under the hood. I know how a car works. I know the science behind it. Right? Getting out there and trying to engine all that stuff. You don't want me there. Because you'd be laughing at me, boy. You'd be cracking up. You have no respect for me at all. If you put me on that hood. But you put another person out there, man, they go out there like a genius. But put a book in their hand, man, he said, what the hell is that, man? You see what I'm saying? So we pull that together. Because see, that's what's about to happen, bro. And the thing is, that shows your body, because like I said with that car thing, all those different inventions came together around about the same time. So they all had to be right there when he needed them, when he knew it. They was already there. He hardly had to cover anything. And that's what's about to happen, brothers and sisters, because, first of all, America's got a lot of things that we came in our minds. Didn't come from theirs. Because you look at, why is America so inventive? And not all other European countries, because we're here. See? So we haven't lost that spatial nature. We still have it. And some of it comes true. But when it's uninhibited, or when we come together as a body, then we start producing, right? It's like our new technology starts coming into focus, because this person is doing this sister's doing this, that brother doing this, and somebody, like a brain cell, says, hey, look what we got. Stand together, look what we got here. And you don't want that to happen while we're here under devil's influence, because it belongs to them. It's like all I'm using everything they own it. All this stuff that came from us, and this is on a low level, it's theirs. And so it would all be theirs, because they control our energy and manage it. That's why it says, right? We had to get rid of them. We said I forget how they said, remove the tree because they get hold to it, right? They become gods like us and live forever. That's one of the reasons why they say they got to keep us here, but under their control, or get rid of us because they can't let us leave. Because all that creativity goes, and that creativity is more powerful than ours. I mean, look at these devils when they came to creativity. I mean, they stole it from everybody else. That's how they got theirs. But people have born arrows. That was it. And then they come with guns. Okay, well, there you go. Born arrows days is over. And they got all this. See, Master Home is a symbol because what he got there, they can't touch it. They can destroy everything they got. But you could come with new technology, all this that's going to blow this stuff away. This looks so impressive right now. See, like the Romans, man, they had all these catapults and everything. Man, that was heavy science back then. They was kicking everybody's ass. That was advanced stuff. But then when they come with the cannons and the guns, that blew that stuff away. Spears and all that stuff didn't mean anything anymore. Arrows and all that stuff, nothing. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? I'm trying to get you to understand what's going on here because you don't understand what's at stake here. See, they know. That's why the sign of Jonah said was given this wicked in generation. Only reason it was given him, it wasn't given him intentionally. It was given him because what we're trying to tell you is that they know what to look for. Because sign of Jonah means people come together. You know, we come together. They know that they can't let that happen. And that's what they're watching for. That's why it's only sign given this generation, because that's the sign they're looking for. The sign they're looking for is us coming together, and that's the sign of Jonah. See, because it's more complicated than that, because that's Farrakhan's job to keep that from happening. It's Farrakhan's job to keep that from happening. He's sitting there specifically to retard or restrain or slow down or even stop totally or reverse our growth. That's his option. That's where he's not. Don't call those devils no more. We stand here. That's totally opposite of everything. But he keeps evoking the light on his name, but totally opposite of everything light on total. And so that's what he means. The sign giving. That's the sign he's looking for. If that happens, they can't let that happen. See? Because right now they have control of our energy and the quality of our energy. So let me say a couple other things about that, brothers and sisters. That's the purpose of the body. In other words, each of us. Okay, like say heart cell, for instance, right? Okay, heart cell, okay, it pumps blood, because that's corporate other. So I pump blood to you, to the lungs, what you needed, and you supply air to me, what I need. Because if I have to do all that myself, right? I can't do it myself and still be because I want to be efficient. The only way I can be efficient, I got to focus totally on pumping blood. Can't be distracted. See? It's like my mission is totally informational. And if I got to start doing editing and all this other kind of stuff, then I'm not effective anymore because I'm doing all these other things I shouldn't be doing. I should be totally focused on giving information. That's Suleiman's job, give information. See? That's when I had to stop what I was doing because I was being distracted by doing other things. Right? See, because the heart cells start to other things, in a bit of cancer, or it slows down, or a heart attack or something, because you want the heart cell to focus totally on pumping blood, period, nothing else. Or about oxygen, and you want that lung to totally be concerned with getting oxygen into the body. But it says it needs that blood, and it needs that blood to be totally concentrated, so that blood will get good, strong blood, right? And that blood cell needs that oxygen, the lung to be totally concentrated, so the air, the oxygen be strong and, energizing. That's where it works, brothers and sisters, because I don't know everything. I know what I need to know to get this information out. I know how the universe works. I know the mathematics behind it, right? But I can't get under the hood of a car. I can't produce a baby either. See, neither can you unless you're female. You understand, brothers and sisters? That's why that's so we work together. So the point is that when you go and you create your paradise, you say, okay, I don't bother nobody. I'm just going to create my paradise. Okay, well, then you will. You go out and cut some trees down, you make you a tent or whatever, and you that's going to be the essence of your paradise. Of course, you're going to try to do it all by yourself. And you're going to have to do the engineering, the chemistry, right? Chefs, you have to be all that stuff. It's like if you capture an individual, or even gives an individual God, but you capture a whole nation. Okay, look at this. Say you capture a bee. Okay, you got a bee. You got a bee in a little barge or something. He's flying around. So you got a bee. What if you capture the whole net, the whole beehive? You got honey. You get it? Now you got honey. Do you get it? You feel me? And that's what the devil's getting. Because they got a whole nation here. If we do some honey for them, you don't understand it. See? As long as if we get away, and they have a few of them, you have to do a few bees, no. You have to have a whole hive. And they got the whole hive here. If we do some honey for them. You see? Like Native Islam is producing honey for Farrakhan. It's low on the lower level. You understand? We produce honey for them. You see? One bee, you get some stings or something, but you get the whole hive, you get produce honey. And we produce honey for them. You see? And not for ourselves. So enjoying the honey, we getting the stings. I hope you understand this concept, bro. It says that's why we're working together as a body. If you want to be part of the body, or maybe because you're not part of the body, the demons are not part of the body. They cancel the body, so the devils. Okay? But as long as he was controlled, the whole hive controlled, then the hive is producing honey for them. Individually, you can't do it. As a group, then you can produce honey, group of bees, queen bee, or worker bees, all that kind of stuff. Just honey. Same thing with ants. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? I'm trying to make you understand what we're up against, what we're really dealing with here. See, they understand on a much higher level than you do. They may understand, like I'm telling you, well, to some extent they do it in a very basic way, but the mathematics of it, they don't understand that. Because it wasn't given to them to have that kind of mathematical knowledge. Right? The mathematics of civilization, it might seem complicated to you, it's not that complicated. It's more complicated than what it had before. But the math that we're going to apply to bring in a new creation is way math. They way above them, because a lot of their math is theoretical anyway. Way above them, all way. You see, the will is just an example. The will is just an example in math from Muhammad. It's just a sample, small example of technology you have. And then the fact is, we tell you, we give you a hint how powerful our technology is, and that's from in the past. Because if you understood what it takes to write prophecy to the detail that we do it, you say, damn, see, they have no technology come even way close to that. Their most powerful computer is less than a little broken down calculator to us. So we calculate, we can see 25,000 years into the future accurately. You know what that takes? You have control of every atom that's in existence, not just here, but in the whole universe. You know where? Because one atom get out of place, everything goes off. It's just consider it. You said a person can be born a certain day and everything. How to be born? You had to be able to track all the sperm. And the sperm that made that person, the sperm that made that person, oh man, it's business. It's right there. You blow your mind, the calculations just for that. And you said a certain time, a certain date. If you have any understanding of what it takes to do that, then you know how powerful we are. How powerful our math is. This, what you see is nothing. It's a joke. But in energy deprivation, that was the best game in town. But the fact that we can write history like that in itself is, and just think about it. If you were 25,000 years in the future, I mean, then you already know what everybody's going to do, right? So somebody's going to come with this idea like Master Rama did. You see, right? And if she's going to do it, how he made it and everything else. I mean, you could do it. You could do it 25,000 years earlier if you wanted to, because you already know how to do it. You see it. You see it doing. You see why? That may be too much for you, brothers and sisters. See, I said, getting to the angel is like, it's less than 1, 2, 3 stuff, brothers and sisters, compared to where you're going to be when you get home, if you ever get there. Angel is just getting you started. See, but what's your head is a billion times more powerful than angel. Like I just said, if you have someone understand how it takes to look 25,000 years, 6,000 years, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 years to the future, accurately, it's like you can see an actual person and what they're doing. How do you do that? You have to control and have knowledge. You have to be able to track every atom in the universe and its interreactions. And I said, just keep a sperm count. So, okay, somebody 10 generations from now is going to be born, his name is going to be Elijah. How do you do that? He's going to do this, he's going to do that. The technology, they have nothing they can tell what's happening tomorrow. That tells you right there. If you have that power, then there's no invention, any ideas out of your reach, because you can always look ahead and see somebody's going to do it. And you can do it right now if you want to. I mean, 6,000 years ago, they saw how Master Rama built a plane. 16,000 years ago, they saw how he built a plane. So, if they didn't have a plane, they could have built it back then if they wanted to. Because they got the specs already now. They see him doing it. And they already looked. Remember, the universe that we're going to bring in, the reality we'll bring in, the science already wrote books on it. The books are already there. So we don't have to go in and we don't really invent anything. See? We don't have to invent anything. We say, okay, we want this, being it is. We have to, let's figure out how to do this. No, we don't need to do that. That's the devil's way. We come in, we look at Caesar, okay, this is what we need. This the materials we need. This the architect we need. So everything's, the blueprint's already there. Okay, boom. We got to go and say, well, let's figure it out. Let's test it. Hope you understand that. Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But you will eventually, hopefully. Okay, let's talk about something else, brothers and sisters. I think I had a note here. Let me check it. Okay, I talked about the perspectives, right? And so when you get home, right, your nature, right, you're going to build your reality unimpeded. You don't have to devil anything giving you negative vectors, right? And so, but instead you have to try to figure, well, no, okay, this is what I want, right? And you already got the vision in your head. And so, okay, so you say, hey, brother, right? Here's the blueprint. Would you do this engineering for me? Sister, would you do the electronic for me if we use that kind of stuff? I'm not saying we do. See what I'm saying? And so that makes you, that gives quality to your vision. Otherwise, you do it by yourself. You end up in a tent somewhere. You have to be that's because you have to do all the parts yourself. So you can understand that's why we're a body. So so in other words, if we weren't a body, if you was an individual, remember you have to do those things yourself. But by being like this here, then you have one person. All that brain power is all, like I say, when you separate the male from the female, the male and the female, separate the male and the female. Now, the beauty was in the one being, and the strength in one being. But when you separate it, now that female was twice as beautiful than the original being, and the male was twice as strong as the original being. So you enhance the strength, you enhance the beauty. And so by taking it, bringing ourselves down to cells like we are individuals, then remember I said that first individual, he had to do all those things. We see what the bee does, what the plant does, all that. Remember, all that came out of him. But you need all those things to live, but all that stuff was in the first individual. All the genes was turned on. All the DNA was turned on, all of it. You understand? All was turned on. So then he said, okay, stop delegating. Let me see what's going on here, brothers. They might be trying to tell me something. No. So delegating's okay. The function that the bees have, that was in him. Now the bees do that, so you don't have to do that no more. You turn it off. Right? It's just like, the first individual, he had both functions, sperm and the egg. So now the female, she is to the reproduction, and the man provides the sperm. And so forth. So each one. So now the different things. Now you got the trees. Remember, we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. They breathe in carbon dioxide. Right. So, but all that was in the individual first being, if you understand that. So now I delegated. The devils, right? They were we delegate all that stuff out of there. By doing that, and then separating our cells into individual cells. So now, this person, so now you have all this knowledge yourself, and there's one person, he's a super engineer. This other person is a super architect, right? Super historian or whatever, because that's all they got to do is focus on. That first being had to focus on, keep all that stuff. But then now he's more wise than ever. They say Christ and the Moxley Bill, in fact, says Suleiman might be the wisest man ever lived, because now that's all that he has to focus on. He ain't got to focus on all the other stuff. Hope you understand that, brothers and sisters. See, so now, and that's so when we get unimpeded, right? You're an engineer. That's your nature. You put these engineers here to shame because they're nothing compared to you. They'd be like little ants running around doing a little hill or something. But you don't know that yet because they took and stifled that, right? Because they forcing you into, instead of you focus on that, you got to work at Burger King, or you in prison, or you in jail, or whatever. So they keep distracting all this bullshit. You see, they try to do it with me. I say, work because I know better. I know how to avoid it. But that's what's happening. Those vectors are distracting you from your need, and that's what Master Muhammad's going to destroy those vectors. So he's here to give you direction. See? And so now you be able to focus 100%. And that means you have no idea. Boy, when you go to tribulation, and now you can focus 100% on whatever you are. If you're a warrior, you're going to be a super warrior. Because that's all you're going to have to worry about is being a warrior.
You shouldn't have to come to the angel level. Everybody has to come to here. Boy, you come to everybody as an angel because you got to start thinking on that level. But you're going to be a super warrior. We're going to teach them the God of war. Because they think they're playing war for 5 months. They don't know. They have no idea what war is like. When you meet the God of war. See? And sisters, when they ain't got to worry about all the stuff they're worrying about now, taking care of children, that kind of stuff, because they're going to have slaves to take all this. Their beauty going to be, off the page. They don't need makeup. Makeup is for people that need makeup. Because they're trying to make up for what they don't have. That's what makeup is. You make up for what you don't have. I don't have no lips. Let me make up some. I don't have no color. Let me make up some. That's what I call it, makeup. Because they got to make up what they don't have. You don't need that, sisters. You didn't have it before you came over here. So why do you need it now? And even then, they recognize you most beautiful women on the planet. So they're wearing buckles and stuff to make up for what they don't have. Makeup is to make up what they don't have. And now here you doing it. You trying to be like them, and they trying to be like you. So now your beauty will come out. It's going to be like, the Quran talks about this, how beautiful a woman going to look. The eyes be like saucers. Because all that, people are totally concentrated. Because they ain't got all these worries, all distractions. I said we all wilting anyway. And the men going to be super, to my Arnold Schwarzenegger, all the men can walk around, men can look like super hulks. Not, but fine, powerful. Powerful inward and outward. Powerful bodies. They have powerful bodies too, but beautiful ones. That you can't even imagine now. Because now and it gets better and better and better. I mean, years from now, we saw people right now that we would recognize, we think there was more than gods, we think it was more than angels. If we saw people right now from people that's going to be around a million years from now, oh man, watch out. We would look like little worms to them. Because it gets better and better and better and better and better. See? Because now, right? Because you're totally focused on who you, if your brain cell, if your heart cell, and you sing, we're going to have singers. And your singer is going to be like, you think the singer's here now? If you were a sister 100 years from now, sing now, everybody be a slave. Because the music will rock them. They couldn't handle it. They'd be on their knees, kissing her feet, sucking her toes, man, because the music is overpowering. That's why we have to have, your discipline has to increase as you move forward in the future. Otherwise, you won't be able to handle it. And as it gets better and better, a lot of people ain't going to be able to handle it. They go so far and can't go any further. It's just too great. It's too beautiful. They just can't, they just can't go any further. So at the end, only one person going to make it all the way. So I'm trying to get you to understand about this energy management and what life is. See? So your life, you keep on from one season, no season, after a while, until you go to first floor, second floor, you get 10th floor, you can't go any further. It's so beautiful and everything, it overwhelms you. You love that world's life so much, you just can't go any further. Right? You just can't, we're going to 10th floor, we're going to 11th floor, you just can't, it's just, 10th floor got you, man, you can't stop eating Doritos. You just can't stop, it's so good, man, you're all out of weight and everything, you just can't do it. It's just too much for you. Right? You can't stand, where's brother Akman at? Damn, man, he ain't come out of the house in 2 years. He come out 2 years, yeah, man. Heard up to the window, man, he's in the bed with his lady. It's too much for him. It's too much. Maybe too much for her too. It just gets too good. I'll give you a little story. When I was in Vietnam, I told you, I smoked marijuana like it was air. I ain't blaming anybody. I didn't know any better. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I didn't. I was 17 years old. Well, when I got to Vietnam, I think I was 19, by the time I got 19, right? And, I ain't had no life, man. I had no moms and pops, and I had nothing, right? And I was trying to make my life. Struggling. I went to the military to get out, to keep on streets moving. I knew if I stayed in on streets moving, I was going to be in jail or dead or something. Something in the military. I didn't know there was no war going on. Anyway, I ended up in Vietnam. Everybody was getting high. No excuse. I tried it, man. It made me feel good. I said, it made me feel good. I couldn't say anything wrong with it. It made me feel good, man. I was smoking that stuff like it was air. I mean, I was really doing it. I mean, I overdid it. I overdid it, right? I would smoke all the time. I ain't smoke cigarettes, right? And that's a long story. I'm getting to that, right? But anyway, so we used to go downtown to a place called Plantation Alley, I think we used to call it. Plantation Alley. That's where all the brothers hung out at. Right, just in Saigon. And so we used to go down there, right? And that's not the thing. I was stationed several places. Saigon was one of the places I was stationed. And when I was stationed in Saigon, I would go down there at night, Plantation over. I think it was Plantation Alley or Plantation. I don't know what we call it something like it. It was Plantation something. And they had these sisters down there, but see what they was Africans. What happened is when the French was over there fighting, right, they were African troops. And the Africans pregnant a lot of Vietnamese women, but they left their children behind. So you had these, they was just dark as me, right? They hairs like me, but they was down there, and the other Vietnamese didn't like them too much. So they left down there around where the black soldiers were, and so I guess where the white soldiers were too. I didn't go that part. And they would be, pleasure girls, right? They go in, they were prostitutes, whatever. I hate to call them prostitutes because I understood what was going on, right? And I had some pictures of me with some of them. Those pictures got lost somehow. And I talked to him, right? We down here, and I didn't sleep with any of them, right? I mean, I'm sitting, well, even then, I had a certain sense of myself then, right? And I wasn't going to abuse those sisters because they were sisters, man. To me, they were sisters, right? And so I always talk to them and buy them drinks and stuff, right? I didn't drink, right? I think I drank a couple of times in my life, right? I said it couldn't make any sense. I smoked cigarettes once. I said that didn't make any sense. I didn't do it anymore. But I did smoke that reefer though. And so they had this thing called number 10s. And this sister, this African sister, right? Everybody was taking these number 10s, right? And she said, well, I kept telling, why don't you take a number 10? And I said, man, I don't want that stuff. I'm happy with the reefer, right? So one night she told me to take one of those things, man. I took a number 10, man. That thing made me feel so good, boy. Oof. And when I was smoking the reefer, the thing about it is that you smoke at you top out at that point. I don't know the stuff they got here now. But at a certain point, you get to a certain point, and you can smoke all you want. You don't get above that, right? But at number 10, you kept going. It's more you smoke, higher you got. I said, this stuff is too good. That was the first time I did last time. I said, I don't want that stuff no more. It's too good. I'm gonna get my homework on that stuff. Right? That was some mellow stuff. I said, I ain't gonna. So I said, sister, I want one of those number 10s. And then I found out that a lot of brothers have been in jail, missed those number 10s, because the other side effect is that when you went to sleep, man, it was hard to wake up. And so they wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever, right? That's in the military. And they go and try to wake this brother up, man. Took number 10, maybe a couple of them. And they couldn't get him up. And they got him up, man. He come up, he stopped fighting. He knocking the sergeants out and stuff, and they throw his ass up in jail. So that, like I said, I just pointed out the point. Like I said, sometimes something can be so mellow, man. And that's how some people get hooked on stuff. Addicted and all that kind of stuff. I said, but I had sense to myself. I said, man, I don't need that. I said, it's mellow, man, but I don't want it. I'm happy with the reefer. And I did that until when my search realized how I came back station. That was the last time I messed with that stuff again. Right? I wish I had never done it, but I did. And that was all they told me to put in sin. When I was about to leave, I ran to his brother. He was I was about 20 at the time, 19, because I went to Vietnam 2 times. Yeah, I was about 20 at the time. Yeah, because I went to look for Elijah Muhammad when I was 21. And so he came up to me, and I don't know where I was. I think I was in a restaurant or something. And he was an older brother. He must have been in his 30s or something like that, right? He walked in and says, I never seen him before. I never seen him again afterwards. He says, brother, do you know what you're doing? I know something about me smoking that reefer, right? I just looked at him. He said, do you know what you're doing? It hit me, that's what he was talking, right? Last time I was smoking that reefer. I don't know why he said it. I never seen him again. I've had instances like that all my life. Somebody walk up to out of nowhere and just say something to me, and it hits me. And I know, I kind of like know what they're saying. Why, I don't know why, who they are, and then never see them again. And I've had instances like that change my life a few times. So anyway, brothers and sisters, what I'm saying is you plateau at some point, you keep going. So we ain't worried about that right now, but it's because like some people are not going to make it because they plateauing right here. They live this world's life, and as Quran says, there's no point in here left. They can't make it to the next level. Some people just lost like that. I ain't angry at them. But during this time right now, you don't be lost like that because the destruction of those that's lost is terrible. Right? Because as in the hereafter, move to the next level, okay, that level is just, as the Quran said, people just die and they say, oh, pray the bitch aloud because they're dying in peace, but they won't go any further. But here, the next level is a flood. They're going to destroy you. So that's no story. That's just the way it is, bro. Says I can't change it. So we're talking about energy management. And we're talking about energy management, we're talking about the life. The life is going from level to level. Being able to upload the mind for the next level. Because you're not going to have the same mind, like right now, the mind you have right now is going to be replaced by the angel mind. And when you go to the next level, that mind will be replaced to the next. Because you have a mind for a new reality. Because this reality is going to change. There'll be a day when there won't be any lions, won't be any giraffes. Just like there was a time when there wasn't any lions, giraffes, those came on the scene. So if things keep changing, you have to keep adapting. Keep adapting to the new realities. If you can't, then you're left behind. So that's what I want to try to make you understand that energy management. That's up to you. How the body works. So as a body, right, that we can produce all kinds of beautiful. That gives more quality. See. Because each individual is so bright, each individual is so bright now because they don't have to worry about the brain cell, only have to worry about the brain cell. Don't have to worry about nothing else, just focus on the brain cell. See? And it keeps getting that information. But by what it's doing, it's sending information the rest of the body needs. Direction, right? And the heart cell just pumping all the blood that the body needs. It's very efficient because that's all it has to worry about. See? And we don't want to be like that under the devil's, because now all technology is under their control. Like I said, if they got hold of that, they will live forever. Because now they got control of us and they got control of all the honey we produce. Because they got the whole beehive. See, and those bees start stinging, they got to get rid of that damn beehive. And that's what you're going to start stinging in a minute. It's wartime, brothers and sisters. Are you ready? It's wartime. Are you ready? Yes. It's wartime, brothers and sisters. 2020. 2019, that was it. Now it's wartime. It says you're coming together as a great army. See? You have warriors, but you need different level warriors. You scouts, right? Officers, different level warriors too. Warriors, sisters and brothers. We're going to make our sisters get on the battlefield. See, unless they want to. They can take care of the wounded and everything else. That's not a put down. That's what they do. They take care of us. And we secure them. See? We go out there and battle and they patch us up. See? They know how to do that. But when you're going to battle, you need strength. But don't lose sight of that, because you need cunning too. And the sisters, they're more cunning than you are. I tell you, if I go into battle, I want me some female generals. See? Because they say they're deadlier than the male. See, they ain't afraid of blood. This is not afraid of blood. They wouldn't be getting pregnant, having babies. So he said, enemy said, oh, man, he gave up, man. Daddy gave up. And the sister said, so what? Make sure somebody gave up. Cut their throats. You don't have to worry about them no more. See, these sisters, they can be more cold. They said deadly than men. They be more cold-blooded than the males. That black widow spider, oh, she's deadly. It's like she eats the male spider. Eats them up. He gets her pregnant and then she eats them. You got the wrong understanding about things, bro. So these sisters, right, they're cunning. And like we trying to be honorable and all that kind of stuff. That's not the war we're about to battle, bro and sisters. In fact, the sisters are more qualified for the war that we get ready to go through than we are. This is the most deadliest war ever. Have unprecedented trust that the war to be his blood behind. And me, I can't stand look at blood. I can't stick my own blood. That's me. But I gotta lead this thing. Look at blood. I mean, I couldn't be a doctor. I couldn't. I mean, oof. I'm saying they always pick people that seem like they have the biggest problem to do this situation. Why would I be the one to lead a battle and I can't stand it? I can't stand to see pain. I can't stand any of that stuff. I couldn't go in and see my wife. Maybe I couldn't watch that. But yet still, it's going to be worse than that. Take a children by the heels and, whoa, yeah, I talk like that, but I be closing my eyes. My wife laughs at me sometimes. We watch a movie, they start cutting up. Got my eyes all closed, crack it up, boy. And the system more qualified to do that than the bar are. I say, if I go to war, if we're not going to war, I'm going to have some of these sisters going to be general. They're going to have to give me advice because I'm going to have to let them talk because I know these brothers are going to be, hey, man, they gave up, man. We beat them. No. That ain't enough. See? So I want that female perspective. I ain't saying she's cold-blooded and bloody because she's not. But from female perspective, blood don't bother them like we bother us. It's me. We've got to understand things, brothers and sisters. We got a whole new way of thinking. And as Muhammad said, the one that comes after him have to teach a new way of thought. He said that. That's Scientology. Okay, let's move on, brothers and sisters. I think I should just keep it short, dear brothers and sisters. Okay, let me look at something else here. Yeah, I'm going to bring up this here. And then we'll just leave it there. Hold on, come on, okay. Oh, boy. I tell you. Time is short. Once or short, I'll probably get me another computer. I think I'm pretty much worse for now. I don't know how old I think about 5, 6 years old. I don't know. I didn't think it was that old. Okay, let's look at this, brothers and sisters. You see, I'm showing, say it's angel message. Someone's moving forward with the angel message, right?
And just in general, like say you got a child, right? Here you moving along. This is the right way. You didn't figure out the right way, the straight path, someplace, right? That's the straight path you figured out. That'll definitely get you there, right? But you got a child, right? Says, man, you old school. I'm gonna go this way. Same thing with Nate Islam, right? I'm gonna lay out the path straight to the Messenger Covenant. Farrakhan come and say, hey man, we're gonna take this path. Okay? So then you get lost and say, hey man, something wrong here, it ain't working. Like a child, man, things ain't working for him and stuff, right? Hey dad, I'm lost, man. Can you come and get me? I ain't come and get you. I told you which way to go. You wanted to go that way. Same thing in Nation Islam, right? See, they getting lost out there. They're going to find they totally lost in a minute. Right? So, okay. No. So you say, well, why can't I say, well, now I know I'm lost. Tell me where you are and I'll come to you. See? So, well, you can't do that because if you do that, this is what happens, right? Then they come to you. But what's the problem with that? The problem with that is, right? They come with the baggage, with this baggage. See? Here, they got this, and then they go here, right? So this got them this, so they still got that. Because to get here, they got to go from here, right? So the knowledge they had here, they still got that knowledge. And now they got this knowledge to get here, so they got knowledge both ways. What I'm trying to say here is, they say, you go there. So now you get there, but look what you got. You still got the, because the only reason you're here, because you still got the knowledge that got you to this point. We don't want that. That's why it says repent. They don't throw those words around meaningless, brothers and sisters. Repent. Because repent means you got to go back. So repent means you got to go back to where you were. You got to discard all that stuff. You got to get back to where Elijah Muhammad left you. You got to disregard all that Farrakhan stuff. Otherwise, you still taking that Farrakhan stuff with you. So you got Elijah stuff, you got the Farrakhan stuff, and now you're taking that to the angel message with you. You're taking that information, all that information with you to the messenger of the covenant. See? And all that, and we don't want that garbage. Then you bring Scientology, you bring that crap with you. And still have Farrakhan, still honorable Farrakhan, all this kind of stuff. No. Repent means you got to roll that back. You got to get rid of him, all that stuff. You got to get back to where Elijah Muhammad left for you. See? And then at that point, right, that's when you connect up with the messenger of the covenant, and then you move forward from there. After you repent of all that garbage, you got rid of it. You can't bring none of that garbage in. All that fire, you got to get rid of Farrakhan, all that crap he taught you. You got to get rid of all that stuff. You got this, what they call it, in the Air Force, you got to eject it. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? You can't take and move on. That's why I say repent. They don't say, okay, everybody, y'all need to just go a different direction. No, they say, they use that word repent because that's what repent means. You got to go back and disregard all that stuff. Because when you come to the messenger of the covenant, that's why it got soaked. They clean all that stuff off from you. You can't take none of that crap with you because it's all garbage. That's why it got purify you. Why does it got purify you? You're not pure. You're pure, man. You're impure. You're messed up. You're stinking. Not because you stink by nature, because God got you stinking. Because he's part of the force that's keeping you away from the messenger of the covenant. So you got all these ideas. That'll say, when thrones are cast down, don't say thrones, all the people around him. So you got to eject all of them, because they was part of it too.
all are cast down. You got to cast all of them down. And then, the Ancient of Days says, that's the one you got to minister to. Hope you understand. I'm trying to show you the mathematics behind this, brother and sister. That's why it's saying that. They don't just say those words for nothing. There's a reason behind them. So you got to roll back all that stuff. That's what happened. That's why I said he cast down and messed the accuser of our brother, because all that stuff had to be rejected. Thrones are cast down. It said thrones, not throne, thrones with an S. Those are people in authority. Jeffrey, Daniel, and all of them, right? Ishmael, all the people in authority cast down, because you got to reject all of that. Get back to Elijah Muhammad, and then move forward back to him, which connects you up to the message of the covenant. See? Hope you understand that, brothers and sisters. Okay, I think I'm okay. Where are we at here? Yeah, I think I'm going to. So I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. I'm not going to go into this. I was going to go into this maybe tomorrow. Okay, in this case right here, I'll just point this out, right? Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah for the second time, saying, arise, go to Nineveh, the great city, and proclaim to it the proclamation which I'm going to tell you. So Jonah got up and went to Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was a exceedingly large city, a 3 days walk, or 3,000 miles. America's 3,000 miles across, right? Remember, Nineveh, the great large city, right? But Jonah went through, but then Jonah began to go through the city 1 day's walk. Right? So, and that, remember, he said Nineveh, the great city, but then Jonah again went to Nineveh. And they think the same thing. No, Nineveh, the great city is America. Nineveh is Nineveh. And that's 1,000 miles different than the East Coast. America is 3,000 miles across from the East Coast. See? So he got it wrong. He said, oh, well, he's thinking that's talking about America. No. You know what I'm talking about. See? But anyway, he said a lot of stuff. He don't know what he's talking about. But he's going on his toes. And like I said, I put my word out there, brother. Says, well, it's not my word, but my understanding. Right? He's out. He's going before December 21st this year. Because that was from the war. When the war breaks loose, he goes out at the same time. Because that's when it says, the accuser of our brother and cast down. I'm not sure if that shows that here. I'm going to close out, brothers and sisters. Yeah. See, occurred one heaven. Michael and angels, him, that's about, see, the war has started. But it's two stages. The one heaven, that started in last year, October, right? And then the second phase, Michael's angels go to war to drag and his angels. So that's what's about to happen, right? It says the dragons and angels, which is Gog and Magog, American Britain, Gog is Hausar, they was defeated. That's about to happen, brothers and sisters. And was thrown the dragon, the great serpent, the archaic, being called the devil, and Satan, being urged to have, being having who was thrown to earth. In other words, that's European country. That's another story. And the angels of him with him were thrown. American Britain's thrown out of the Middle East. Heard a voice great in heaven saying, right now becoming salvation, the power of the King, the God of us, Lord of Christ, him, because we're thrown the accuser of the brother of his, the accuser in the night, sight of God, day and night, and they occurred, and they call it, okay. See, in other words, see, here's the God, Master Muhammad. It says, accusing the sight of the God. See? Now, remember, these he's also, they have 7 eyes, he has sight. I'm not going to try to teach you injury him at brothers and sisters, right? But there's seven eyes. These are one, they always have sight. So he has sight of God. Who's the sight of God? Farrakhan. If you understand Angel Key. He's accused by our brother. So he's cast down. So it says it happens while the war's going on. So those things happen pretty much simultaneously. And everybody said, even YouTube saying, I've been saying for 30 years, that war's about to break out. That war's going to break out. Now we're in a year. Right? 76 years. If you understand that, I'm not going to all that, but we're in a period right now, and everybody's talking about it, and that's what's going to happen. And when it happens, it could happen any day now. It could be happening right now. When Iran makes its attack this time, it's going to be thorough. It'll come out like a whirlwind. It's going to take down false Israel. And it's going to take down America and Britain also. And at the same time, that's when Farrakhan be cast down. That's when they repent of him. They say, oh, they would, right? That's because they're seeking the message of the covenant. So for whatever reason is, their seeking is over. They find them because right now the information is being blocked. No straw together, bro. Says, well, anyway, this comes together. See? So then that's when he comes here. I don't know if I show that and let him go. Here. That's the Lamb. Message of the covenant. See, they're at war. Definitely. Right? And that's when Farrakhan is kicked out. Ancient of Days just set. I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. Hope you understand. Let's go to this, brothers and sisters. God, better way to find a better way to do this. But for now, go with the flow. Okay, here we go. Yep, cast down. A few more days. Literally, tick-tock, tick-tock. That's the end of him as far as Nation of Islam is concerned. Cast out. Then he goes to Demon War, where they get to fighting with Massa. That talks about in Mark where they go down with the swine, and then the swine get to fight and the both clip together. See? That's the locust war. Cannibalism is going to reign. Him and his father's probably end up on a dinner table. You understand, bro? So I'm going to let it go. So this is future news out. Future news out, brothers and sisters.